Yeah, guys, let's do some analysis on Nasdaq. Let me show you how to analyze. Let me show you the process of properly analyzing a Nasdaq. As I can see, a lot of you guys, you don't know how to analyze Nasdaq. So let's go ahead and analyze Nasdaq. It's early in the morning. I'm already watching a movie, clearing my mind for the day. But let me show you exactly how to analyze Nasdaq. Let's go on the charts. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Listen, today I want to show you exactly what is the process that is involved in you placing a trade, finding an opportunity, putting in your stop loss and take profit so that you can be able to make money. I want us to go for a Nasdaq. Of course, as you can see, I'm a master of Nasdaq. I've taken a trade, made money on this trade here. I made money on this trade here, and I also made money on this trade here. So it's obviously that I am a master of Nasdaq. Now, as we begin this process, I'm going to take you step by step. First thing first, we want to identify the trend. Now, to identify the trend, you go straight on 4-hour time frame. There's no compromising there. You go straight for a 4-hour time frame. What does the 4-hour time frame help you do? It helps you to identify the trend. It helps you to identify the trend. Where is the market going? What is the general direction of the markets? That's the first thing that you have to identify. So as we are here, the market is right here. We want to try and identify where is the current market going. Now, how do you find out where it's going? You find out by identifying your lower highs or your higher highs. Lower highs or higher highs. I use those two because they are less confusing for me. I know some like to use lower lows. For me, I use higher highs and lower highs. So it's all about the highs. If the market is creating lower highs, the highs keep getting lower and lower and lower. It means that it's a downtrend. For an example, this high here, this one right here, we call it a higher high because it's the highest. This one, it will become a lower high. This one here, it will become another lower high. So the highs keep getting lower and lower and lower. That means it's a downtrend. You understand what I'm saying? This is a lower high. But from this side, you can see we are going up. So I will call this one a higher high. This one right here, a higher high. So it keeps creating higher highs. So it means it's going higher. It's going higher. That's what I use for me to identify my trend. So I will just try and draw a trend line that accommodates some certain points here. So that means, what am I expecting here? I'm expecting the market to keep creating higher highs like this. I'm expecting the market to keep creating higher highs like this. This is what I'm expecting from the markets. It must keep creating higher highs. So higher highs, they are the ones that tells me that the market is going up. You understand? So we are on an uptrend. That means that now we can come to my zones. What are zones? A zone is an important mark where the market has rejected or the market shows to have a strong rejection point or a strong respect for that point. Now, as you can see, I've drawn my trend line right here. Now my important zones will be here where the market is bouncing off the trend line. When the market bounces off the trend line, that is my important zone. Like here, if it comes here and bounces, that will be my important zone, because that is where the market is showing a very, very important or respect of a zone. Now that is where also I will be expecting my zones. You understand? So I'm still on a 4-hour time frame identifying my zones. I've already identified my trend with higher highs. I've already identified my zones. Now I'm just waiting for the market to come here, and then I take my entries. Now, to find my entries, I must switch back to a smaller time frame. For me, I use 1 hour or 15 minutes. So let's go for 1 hour on this one. As you can see, I've already marked this zone. So on a smaller time frame like this, I've already seen that, okay, the market is consolidating. I'm not going to be taking my trade, even though I know it's going to buy. I'm not going to be taking my trades. Now I can see here that there is a strong rejection here. There is a strong resistance here. And let me just make it a solid line. Let me change the color to white So there's a strong resistance here, because the market doesn't want to cross. It doesn't want to cross. It keeps not wanting to cross. Now on the downside, I can see there's a strong support also somewhere here. So the market, as you can see, doesn't want to cross on the downside. So it's playing inside here, which is for me a confirmation of accumulation. They are accumulating. You understand? They are busy accumulating money before they start to move. You can see they are playing inside. They are playing inside until they show a sign of break on the upside. That's when we can expect a retest like this. When we see a retest, then we know they're going to go on the upside. But if they break on the downside, then we wait for more confirmation, because remember, this is an uptrend, so we don't want to be fooled by this sudden movement. So in any case, we now understand that we are in a consolidation inside a smaller time frame. So that's that. Just because a 4-hour time frame says we are on an uptrend doesn't mean we must just buy. Go to a smaller time frame to try and identify your entries. So my entry will be when they break and retest here. You understand? Now, when they break and retest, I must now try and identify my stop losses. Stop loss is going to be down here, just below this line where they were resisting. They were, you know, on the support. Down below the support, I'm going to put my stop loss right about that point, right above, right below that point. It's going to be my stop loss. Let me change it to red. It's going to be my stop loss. My entry is going to be somewhere up here. My entries is going to be somewhere up here. You know, guys, you must do your things clean. Your things must be clean. Then I can now zoom out to try and identify if my things are in order. So I can also use these. My stop loss will be here. My take profit will be up above, I don't know where, but you know, for me, I don't use take profits. As you know, I don't use take profit. Now this is exactly what I do, guys. This is exactly what I do when I try and find an opportunity before I can take a trade. I wanted to share this information because I know a lot of you guys are very shaky when it comes to these kind of things. When it comes to the entries, guys, I mean the exit, you must just exit at your most comfortable point. You must just exit at your most comfortable point. There is no master in terms of exits. People exit early, people exit late, people end up not even exiting until a trade comes back into loss. So there is no master. You can just exit at your most convenient point. That's it. There is no, don't try and confuse yourself with a lot of wording, a lot of things, a lot of whatnot to say. Just exit at your most convenient, where it suits you. You can just close your trade, you know. So I just wanted to share this information with you. You must first identify the trend, find the zones. The zones are important points. Find your entry on a small time frame, put in a stop loss, and then hope for the trade to go into your direction. Cheers, guys. See you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share it with your WhatsApp groups. Cheers. See you on the next one. Peace.